What is your pettiest pet peeve? I hate it when a book is made into a film. And then they change the original cover of the book to a still from the movie. Blankets that are too small. Laughs in 5 feet 2. People who comment on what I'm eating. Look lady, I'm eating it, not you. People who don't knock before opening a door. People who leave cook time on the microwave instead of hitting clear. People spelling my name wrong. Nearly every job I've had in my adult life, I've received a welcome email in which my name has been spelled wrong, so it's not even an odd or uncommon name, so it's like they didn't even read my resume or any of the documents I had to fill out in order to work there. People who don't watch where they're walking. My dad not getting the damn hearing aids he needs. He blares the TV, forgets his headphones half the time, and just being really loud in general. It is to the point I am not calm when he is home because of how much noise he makes. And that is the tip of the iceberg of his weird habits and behaviors. But it is the pettiest. People who use acronyms you're not familiar with, then don't explain what they mean. I can't hardly sleep. I can hardly stand to hear that. I could care less. When I cook for you, and you let the food get cold because you're doing something else. Tossing your cigarette butt out the car window. Clean the big food off your dishes before leaving them by the sink. Please. If you say you're gonna be 10 minutes, expect 10 minutes. I can understand if you just say just doing such and such, be there soon. People who claim to having OCD but very clearly do not have OCD. Oh, I just tilt my straw. I know I'm through OCD. When you tell someone I don't like food and they act super dramatic about how great food is. Nobody likes every food. But if you don't like a food someone else likes, they act as if you are disrespecting them personally. They forget that there is food they don't like and it is inconceivable that you don't like the same things they do. I don't like corn. And the amount of people who act like I told them I pee out my butthole after learning this is annoying. I don't like beer. It never fails that there's at least one guy who insists, oh, you haven't found the right beer. You need to try different kinds until you find one you like. I've tried lagers and I don't like them. IPAs still tastes like beer. Pale ale may be easy to drink compared to other beers, but I don't like the taste of beer. Same for your Pilsner, Stout, or Porter. I just want to drink my mixed drink here in peace. I've found some alcoholic beverage that I actually like and I'd rather not sample some drink I don't like. I don't like beer. Hearing people chew their food actually irritates TF out of me. When my wife and I go grocery shopping together, she insists on walking on the side of the cart and keeping her hand on the cart at all times. I know I'm the crazy one and this shouldn't bother me, but it drives me absolutely nuts. When people are telling a story and get lost in irrelevant details. Last Tuesday, I went. Wait. Maybe it was Wednesday? No. It was definitely Tuesday because that's garbage day. As I'm just sitting there, I twitching. No offense. I'm not racist. But is another. Listening to the anchors laughing about something on the local news channels. Something about them laughing is so inauthentic and for some reason s me off. Abandoned grocery carts in the middle of the aisle. People going into my room and not closing the door shut behind them when they leave. When people use hashtags that have nothing to do with the post. Example. I refuse to watch any Disney Plus shows. Or any Disney related media. Not because they are a monopoly or that I disagree with their practices or anything, although that should be my number one reason. But because they are being paid to have their bull PlayStation app at the front of my video application list, which causes me to accidentally go into their app every time I try to watch some TV. I hate it when I'm leaving my parking spot and someone is waiting for the spot with their blinker on. I feel so rushed. That's the parking lot equivalent of putting cash back into your wallet at the checkout line. Yes, of person waiting is never mad. Either people who stand on the left side of an escalator. When the room is silent and someone keeps sniffling but refuse to blow their goddamn nose even after you offer them a tissue. I'm always sniffly but nothing comes out when I try to blow my nose. Windshield wipers up when the car is turned off. When people randomly start talking to you at work. I'm busy, I don't want to talk to you about nonsense. Barnes and Nobles. When someone says something but you didn't hear them, so you ask them to repeat it but you still don't hear them the second time. The peeve is that they don't change anything to make sure they are heard the second time. Like FR. Project your voice or turn to face me or use different words. Better yet. All of them. Misophonia. Eat with your mouth open. Or any other mouth noises and I will smack the living out of you. Lol. At least that's how it makes me feel. That. And soggy bread. Gross. People getting millions of views and followers over heavily photoshopped and filtered photos making people think that's how they should look. People who can't stop talking. Why do you have to fill in all of the silence all of the time? Canceling a show with an unfinished story needs to be somehow illegal. Should've. Mermaid with knees. People who stand in doorways. Either talking to another person with no social consciousness. Pacific instead of specific. I could care less. When someone is telling me a story, riffing or watching something with me and they keep tapping my arm. I like being touched too, so it's weird. I'm a burly dude so I don't see it as threatening or whatever, but I guess I sort of find it annoying in a way a mosquito would be annoying. My one buddy does it when we're on mushrooms while we're riffing and laughing, and last time I was like, tap my arm one more time and you're going into the lake. Us being on mushrooms, we all erupted with laughter and everyone also expressed their hatred of this tendency of his. Then my boss did it at one of our work functions and it gave me flashbacks. I was like that, holding it in, kid mean, trying not to say anything. I like my boss too, but like, yes. I'm in here and I'm hearing what you're hearing. Off. People who say Reese's instead of Reese's. The worst case scenario being Reese's Pieces instead of Reese's Pieces. Edit. When people get your and you're wrong. When someone pronounces it espresso. People misusing apostrophes. It really isn't that hard. Or using an accent grave instead. It really isn't that hard. Interrupting when someone is talking. Especially if I'm telling a story or in an argument. Like, you can wait for me to complete my thought instead of blurting out your nonsense when I haven't even finished. It's just rude. On accident. Where I work, everyone says on tomorrow. On tomorrow we will have a meeting at 3:30. It's just tomorrow, folks. Tomorrow we will have a meeting at 3. Shaky tables. I get really irritated when people use the word literally to refer to something that is not literal. Completely voids the meaning of the word. When the sheets pop off the corners of the mattress. There's a lot of comments here, so I'm going to leave this and hope it hasn't been posted. When people slide their fork in between their teeth while pulling food into their mouth. Use your lips like a normal person. Hubby instead of husband. Houses aren't houses anymore. They're referred to as homes now. I can't even explain why it annoys me so much. All houses are homes, but not all homes are houses. Well, most houses. If we want to be technical about the definition of a home. The house is the type of building. But a home is where someone lives. So can be a house. Flat. Caravan. I call everything a house. I live in an apartment but I call it a house. This annoys me to no end because in my experience whenever someone uses home to describe a house, they're doing it to differentiate themselves from renting an apartment. I don't live in an apartment. I have a home. Apartments are the homes of the people who live there, you pretentious prick. As an introvert. One of my pet peeves is when extroverts ask me, why don't you talk? Full stop. The reason I don't talk is because I don't like you. I absolutely hate it when women refer to their breasts as the girls. Literally anything else. Boobs. Tits. Melons. Hooters. Bazongas. Milk bags. Frickin' frack. I don't give a. Just not the girls. When people say they're traveling down somewhere that's north and going up to a place that's south. Not listening to what I have to say. Or disregarding what I've said. Signs that read if you lived here. You'd be home by now. The road next to housing communities. If I lived there, I'd probably still be stuck in traffic. When people say thanks before I did something they asked me to do. Can you please pass me the salt? Thanks. That made me feel not wanting to pass them the salt. I can't stand a wet bathroom floor. It is $1 not $1. WTF is wrong you people? People who get bothered about what I am wearing. You have absolutely nothing to do about what I am wearing. And there's literally no reason why you should be bothered about it. People who are chronologically late. And then you -5 from that. Times that by 3. Just +4 to that. Why can't people just learn to math in proper English? In proper English we call it maths. Calling Thanksgiving Turkey Day. Charles Boyle says hello. Very unique. A thing is either one of a kind. Or it isn't. There are no degrees of uniqueness. Describing something as very unique is the verbal equivalent of dividing by 0. Not necessarily true. You can specify the degree of uniqueness. Example. One of 1964 Corvette in blue with red interior and ACN chrome wheel options. This qualifies as unique. However, I don't think it is as unique as saying one of Mazda Fury concept car. Or in other words, anything can be made unique if you specify the scale down narrow enough. Very unique would therefore imply a wide scale. I just really don't like glitter. T-. Example. It's T-15 days until Mother's Day. Stop that. Just say 15 days till. Like NASA. Okay fine. But if anyone else says it, it drives me nuts. Dumb as hell.